welcome to Neil's Spanish Flybox. I hope you're all well, enjoying some fishing. Today we're going to tie a perdigón. It's a simple tying and it is the black and copper perdigón. Now the materials are quite basic. I'll be using 12/0 black thread, and in the vise I have a size 16 light nymph hook with a 2.8 copper bead, which I'm just about to set. Now, to be fair, this fly is generally used in the early part of the season, but I have discovered that by tying smaller sizes, the fly has been quite successful at other times of the year, including the summer. So just trim off the excess, and the tail will be coq de lion. As you can see, I'm coming to the end of this feather, but it matters not. There's still plenty to be had from it. So I'm just going to pull these out at 90 degrees and tear them off. And tie them in. It's about right for length. In fact, it's a little bit long, so I'm just going to shorten that up a little bit. It's better. It's always good to go back and trim off the excess. And now for the rib, it's going to be this crystal flash. It's a really red copper, which I like for this particular fly. So I'll just snip a piece off and tie that in. And bind down to the rear of the hook shank. I'm now going to build up the body of the fly and create that perdigón shape. This fly was originally designed for brown trout, but I've been using it in the smaller sizes for rainbow trout, and it has certainly caught me fish, and that's through the summer. Right, now I'm just going to put a little bit of glue, just a dab. Somebody recently mentioned in the comments about the amount of glue that I use. The actual amount of glue is little. The frequency is possibly more. So I'm just going to rib this. Won't need many ribs, possibly 3 on this size fly, more on a larger fly. Try and get that even. And tie it off. And trim up. Right, now there is going to be a collar on this fly, and it is fair to say you can use red or orange, and red I think more for the brown trout and orange for the rainbows. So I'm going to tie this one with orange floss, and this is Glo-brite number 7. It's going to dampen the end for tying in. A couple of winds and just pull it through slowly. Hopefully you don't pull it right through. Tie it down and back up to the bead. Right, it's a small fly, you won't need many turns of this either, just enough to create the collar. And this is beginning to flatten out, so I'm just twisting it a little bit to try and stop it doing that. Up to the bead and tie it off. And trim up the excess. And tie it off, creating a little black collar at the same time. And trim up the tying thread. I can see just a little fibre of floss there, which sometimes happens when it splays out. Right, now I'm going to add some UV varnish. That persistent fibre is still there, so I'll get rid of that. Get rid of zap. Now you can see from this UV, I hope, that the floss is fluorescent, which can only help in the attraction of the trout. Give it another coat. As you know, I use a very thin varnish, so it's not going to build it up too much. Give it another zap. And there you have the finished fly. As I said, not a difficult tie, but certainly a fly to be used at any time of the year, in my view. Now, for the early part of the season, you may want to go for a larger fly, and this is a size 14, and this one has an orange thread collar, and this one a red thread. Now that red is also a fluorescent red, and it is a number 4. From Glo-brite. That is a size 18, which is ideal for dropper or fishing singly if you so desire. So there are several options on this particular Perdigón, but it's a great little Perdigón and one that should not be ignored. Hope you enjoyed the tying. Don't hesitate to pass a comment, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for viewing. Bye.